And thank you so much for coming out on a Tuesday night to the room that's behind the cleaning supplies room on McNallys. Thank you for supporting comedy. We got a great lineup for you guys. This next comic's very funny and also a super cool guy. Please put your hands together for Josh. Sit.
Thank you. Thank you, Corey. Give it up for Corey. I don't know if any of you guys notice on this actually goes up a bit to the comedians because we a lot of us use this group page on Facebook where you post where the open mics are and things like that. And the owner of the Alameda Comedy Club posted this note a few weeks ago. It said that there's a couple of words that comedians use and almost always get a laugh. Sometimes it's cheap, sometimes it's not done well. So all they have to do is use something that says eating ass and they'll get a laugh. See? Right there. Right there. And so I consider that a personal challenge. So I thought, let's see what I can come up with. And so I tried it out on my kids. My son just said, I can't believe you're my father. Tried it on my ex-girlfriend, and she just reminded me about the restraining order. Let me ask, has any of you ever experienced eating ass? Whether you've done it or experienced it? Woo, yes. He's doing it right now. I did. I got it one time in my life. It was quite delightful. So I married her. It took me many years to realize that's not a good reason to marry someone. Dog, seconds of emotion. I had been dating. A couple of things. I think some of the worst things I've had were afterwards it seemed like a reason to not see me again. One said, a couple of days later that she's decided to be a lesbian after dating me. And another one told me she had cancer. Which one do you think is more creative? I would work it through that. I think Amazon should come up with a dating app. I've been using the dating apps, and I think Amazon would be great. Just, like if it's not going well, you can just drop them off at a UPS store or Whole Foods. Or the best part is you get to rate them. Like say Susie. Susie is a bit of a racist. She can't read. She gives a hell of a blowjob. I give her 3 stars. I guess you know Susie and it wasn't 3 stars. The other thing are some of the things that I, from a male perspective, I've seen that women put on there. Or, like one person wrote, this is true, I don't use any pronouns. How do you write a sentence? I mean, you know what she's trying to get at. She's probably ultra conservative. I think I need my pronouns. And then some I've seen for activities they put shopping. It's an activity that's like you wake up, I don't know what to do today. I just go spend money. Planning an office shooting. That's an activity for me. And then an interest. So when I saw they have is makeup. You 10 years old? That's your interest? This is like something you spend your time worrying about? You know what's an interest? Eating ass. That's an interest. My kids are assholes. That's true. Yeah. My son, for example, I remember when he was 6 years old, he wanted to go to bed, so I just got tired of arguing, so I just picked him up and he just bit me. Now he's 16 and he had some girls were texting them naked pictures of themselves. 4 of them, can you imagine? Could be one of your daughters. And the bad part is he wouldn't show me a single one of them. My daughter is 11, and she asked me if I would take her to Germany, and I asked her, what do you want to see? The castles or Black Forest or whatever. She said, oh, I heard 11-year-olds are allowed to drink over there. I know we have a couple of dogs in the audience. Any of you also all have dogs at home? Yeah. Let me ask you, when you look at your dogs, you know, deep in your eyes, and they're so cute, and you love them a lot, right? You ever wonder how much you're willing to spend at a vet when things get bad? So I have a dog, and I was at the dog park, and there was a three-legged dog. He was happy playing around. No one's judging him except me. And I was thinking, that's like at least $10,000 to amputate that dog's leg. So what would I do? You know, I was thinking, well, you know, I've fixed a lot of things like Google. Why can't I just Google how to amputate a dog's leg? Then you gotta think, okay, do I put it on the kitchen table or the counter, and what do you do when the leg is left over? I worry a lot in life. Anyone have an Apple Watch? Yeah. I find them, I'm not wearing it, because I find it very insulting. Like, I stand up and it tells me I did a really good job. Like, you did it. Honestly, you just say, you fat fuck, it's now time, nice to see you did something for them. Yep, see, I appreciate that. Groupies, I wonder, you know, seems like anyone who's famous probably has some kind of a groupie. You know, like Bill Cosby today probably has a groupie. I guess he doesn't like that joke. So imagine like if the woman comes up to him and says, you know, oh, Mr. Cosby, I love you. You know, you don't need to use those drugs on me yet. I like playing dead. All right, I'll leave you with this. My father was not the nicest person in the world at times, and the very last thing when he was on his deathbed, he said to me was, shush. Thank you very much.
Thank you over Josh Smith.